Hey everyone, I hope you're having a really good Monday. As it's Monday, I thought I would do my second video, a little chatty university one where I talk about like a specific topic to do with university, student life, education, and you guys can ask me questions or anything you want to know about that particular topic. And I have been tweeting, Snapchatting, Instagramming, showing what I want to do for today's video, and you guys have sent in so many questions about accommodation, so I thought I would cover those today. Let me know what topics you want me to cover in the future by commenting down below. And yeah, I'm going to just have a little chit chat about my accommodation and the accommodations available at Lincoln and my experience so far with it. I'll give you an insight into what I'm kind of living in at the minute first before I go on to the questions. So I am in Lincoln Courts, which is one of the cheapest on-site accommodations at Lincoln. I believe there are around 10-12 different types of student accommodation when you first move to Lincoln. Most of them are off-site. There are only a few on-site ones. The ones that are on-site that I can think of are pavilions. Actually, that might be classed as off-site, you know. I'm actually not sure. I know that Lincoln Courts and Signet Wharf are the two that are classed as on-site. There is also the Junction, which my best friend Megan lives in. There's pavilions, which a lot of the forensic students on my course live in because they're close to the laboratories, even though we're not actually in those buildings like very often. Brayford Quay, the Gateway, Park Court, I think it's called. There's multiple different ones. Danesgate. There are a few different options, but yeah, a lot of people have been asking me about accommodation. I live in Lincoln Courts, which is one of the cheapest accommodations that are on site. I chose the cheapest because one, I thought it'd be more convenient. I obviously looked at the different accommodations when I came on the open days, and the court layout was absolutely perfect, and I thought, well, I don't need any more than this, so there's no point in me paying more money for something when I would be happy with what I have anyway. So in my room I have a single bed, which is probably my biggest downfall. I don't really like having a single bed because my whole life, I'm not doing this in a braggy way, but my whole life I've had a double bed. So it was quite like a big difference when I got into a single bed, and it's really shit like when my boyfriend sleeps over or when Megan comes over to sleep, because one of us like sleeps on the floor because we don't really like top and tail in and stuff. I don't know, it's just quite inconvenient, but it's perfect for me. Like it's fine. No, not a big deal at all. I also have a wet room rather than an actual bathroom, which means, if no one's aware of what a wet room is, I know I have a few American viewers now. That's insane. Like a few people from America watch my videos who are actually coming to Lincoln in September, which is insane. So hi if you're there. I speak to quite a few of you on like a daily basis, so yeah, hi if you are watching. When the shower goes, like the entire floor is like not waterproof, but there's like a drain on the floor, so the entire room can get wet, which again is another inconvenience. It was more inconvenient for my first few months when the drain had been clogged from day one, and it's my own fault for not getting it sorted because they came like pretty much instantly. But yeah, it meant that the wet room would be flooded for several hours, so whenever you like went in and you had socks on, you would forget if you were going to the toilet and you get wet feet, blah blah. And it is more inconvenient than it sounds. It's just like stupid mistakes, but I get on with it fine. It's actually really, I don't have like a massive problem with it, but I am looking forward to having a bath next year in my second year house. When I move in September, I'm going to be doing like a halls versus a house sort of video, like comparing the two and the pros and cons of both. So yeah, just to let you guys know, I can't wait to do a house tour as well. That's gonna be so exciting. Anyway, yeah, I'm really looking forward to having a bath because obviously I only have showers here. Yeah, and then obviously have a sink and stuff in there, but it's relatively big for a wet room. And I'm coping well. I have this huge large desk space that is filled with absolute shit at the minute. I have an actual room tour that I'm going to link down below on my main channel if you haven't seen what my room looks like and where everything is from in my room, because I have like a little video on that and it seemed to go down very well. So I'm going to be doing obviously a room tour when I move into my second house. But yeah, I like my room. It has everything that I need in it, and yeah, it makes me happy. Then obviously the kitchen area is something that was a massive part. Personally, I wanted the kitchen area to be big enough to socialise in with my flatmates, okay to like cook in, like big enough to cook in and stuff. So I live with, there are 6 of us, so I live with 5 other people, which is quite a nice number. I really like it. I only really talk to Hattie, to be honest, and we're pretty much the only people that go out in the kitchen, so most of the time it's just me and Hattie that are in there, and obviously Megan, who lives in a different accommodation. The area we have is so nice. You've probably have seen, if you do watch my vlogs, you'll just know that our kitchen area is so nice. It was newly furbished when we'd come, so everything is brand new. We have massive like massive doors. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called, where they're just like massive window doors open out. I think we'll be able to open them out in the summer, but obviously it's not very convenient now for the cold weather. And yeah, the kitchen's really nice. We have lots of cupboard space, lots of fridge space, 2 fridges between the 6 of us, which is perfect. Again, 2 freezers as well, and 2 sofas for like sitting down socializing, like a little lounge area, I guess. Things that we had included in Quartz, we had a kettle included, microwave, obviously all the oven and stuff. We don't have a dishwasher. I know some accommodations do, like Megan's accommodation at the Junction has a dishwasher, which is obviously a bonus. It comes with an iron, a hoover, mop and bucket and stuff like that. And so it has like pretty much everything. We had to bring a toaster. Luckily Aiden's mum, my boyfriend's mum, had a spare toaster that she let me take to uni, so we're currently using my toaster, which we'll be able to take obviously to my second house next year. And I don't think we had to provide anything else. I brought my blender, but obviously that's again optional. You can bring obviously like toasty makers and stuff like that. But yeah, we had quite a lot given to us, to be fair. Like the only thing we needed to buy was a toaster. And then obviously that differs from accommodation to accommodation and from different universities as well. Like some universities won't provide as much, some will provide more. Yeah, that's a little insight into my accommodation currently, and I'm going to answer some of your questions now. So someone asked me, how quickly after booking accommodation did you know your room was 100% saved? I believe it was like beginning of March, beginning of April when we chose our accommodations. I knew exactly what I was going to put. At Lincoln we had 6 options to choose, like, and you ranked them from 1st to 6th. And Quartz was my top choice, so I got my top choice. I remember literally sitting at my emails waiting for the email to say that we could log in and start like choosing. So I pretty much did mine straight away. So to myself, I was like, I thought I was guaranteed. And I think you only find out that you do have your space, even if you have an unconditional, until results day. I'm pretty sure, don't hold me on that, but I think you actually still have to wait to results day, whether you have an unconditional offer or not, to find out if you've definitely got your accommodation. I don't think they rank it on whether you've got an unconditional or not. I think it's literally just first come first serve, so get in quick when it is the day you can decide your accommodation. Number 2, do you share a flat with just first years, or are there other years involved as well? So I think for Signet Wharf and Lincoln Courts, we have just first years, and unless there's like exceptional circumstances, like maybe you have a disability or something like that, you can be considered to stay in these accommodations for all of your years here, because obviously then it's more convenient for you. But other than that, you kind of have to move out into a house or somewhere else. Megan, however, lives at the Junction, which is considered off-site, but it's literally opposite the library. She has a 3rd year girl staying with her and the rest are first year, so you can get a mix in the Junction. I think it just depends where you are, but I know Lincoln Courts and Signet, you have just first year solely, unless there's exceptional circumstances, like I said. And obviously that can differ from any other uni, so I'm not really sure what the deal is with other universities. Another question, best and worst thing about your accommodation. So I kind of covered it a little bit. Best things would definitely be that most of our kitchen appliances were provided. We have a nicely newly furbished kitchen, a lot of socializing space, which I really like. I like how much desk space I have and all the stuff that I got given in my room. There are so many different plug sockets. I brought a huge, what are they called? Someone please tell me, but I've got like one of those long plug extensions. There's probably a better word for that, because I thought I wasn't going to have enough plug spaces, but they're literally everywhere in my room. That's something that I wish I didn't bring to university, because I didn't need it, and I didn't need to buy it either. Worst things, probably the wet room, that it can get flooded if hair gets stuck in the plug, and the single bed. Other than that, I really like it. How do you sort out your fridge and cupboard space when you first move into uni? Good question. Get in early. I was one of the last ones here because we had lots of like traffic issues, so try and turn up a little bit earlier because it will actually be worth it. But I still didn't even struggle when I was the last one, so I guess this advice is good coming from me. If you're fortunate enough to get a good kitchen, then you might have a lot of cupboard space, and it's fine, which is kind of what we have. We have lots of different cupboards and a lot of fridge space. We all have I think it's just like first come. If you get in there first, put your stuff away. But I know some people wait until all of their flatmates have arrived and then sort it out afterwards. But when I came, people had already started putting their stuff in cupboards, which is fine, and I just like slotted wherever I could. I remember one of my flatmates, Jess, we came into the kitchen at about the same time, and we decided to like share some of our like cupboard spaces so it would make it more convenient. But yeah, I have one shelf in the fridge, one on the door and one in the actual fridge, and then I have 2 freezer drawers, which is quite fortunate and quite a lot of space, I guess. And then I have 1 cupboard space for all my like crockery, stuff like that, and then I have 1 cupboard with all my food in, and then a cutlery drawer as well. So yeah, I think it really depends on how much space you actually have at your university, but you can, if you're the first one there, then you can decide whether to just quickly reserve a space, which I probably would recommend, rather than waiting for everyone and then losing out. I'd probably do that rather than that. So yeah, I think it just depends. My camera battery is flashing, so I'm going to move on to the last question. What 3 items do you wish you brought to your university accommodation? One thing I wish I brought was like a little lamp that I could set up just above my bed, set up above my bed, because the lamp that we have that's already like in the wall is so bright. It's like a bright white light and you literally can't sleep with it on, and I quite like having a mini light, a dim lit light in my room. I do have these 2 lights under my bed, but they're like, again, really bright white lights. If I could have known to bring a lamp, I would have done that. What else do I wish I brought to uni? I actually don't know. I think I have everything that I need. Maybe more tea towels. Tea towels would have been a good thing, and I wish I stocked up more on shitty things like bin bags and toilet paper, because they are so annoying to buy. Like, I hate buying them so much. But yeah, I wish I'd just brought a lot more essentials and saved up like a massive bulk load over the summer so I could bring them. So like bin bags, washing up liquid, toilet roll, kitchen roll, antibacterial wipes, air freshener, toiletries, all those sort of things. They are the things that I wish I brought to uni, like more of, rather than not at all sort of thing. But yeah, they're all the questions I'm going to be answering today about accommodation. Let me know what you want me to discuss next Monday and I'll be happy to do so. And obviously comment any questions and I'll try and categorise them or whatever for a future Q&A. I'm also going to leave my university room tour down below so you can see that, as well as my moving in vlog if you haven't seen that either. And so you can see how everything worked out. Thank you very much for watching this little sit down chatty vlog, and I will see you tomorrow because I am vlogging today, so you'll see what I actually did today, tomorrow. See you in a bit. Bye.